Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Got a big show lined up for you. Let's get right on into it. All right, let's pull up this screen. Oh, yeah, you're not going to believe what a ticket costs over at Neyland Stadium. My gosh, it's unbelievable. We're going to cover that. We're going to talk more about Anthony Richardson. Does he have a confidence problem? Also, is he injured? There's a lot going on with this young man, and we need to discuss that as well. And the big game tomorrow at 3:30 in front of the world. It's going to be amazing. Now, I'm going to show you this article from SI, and it actually shows you the average ticket price for this game tomorrow, which is just, look, we sold out Akron. So how hot do you think this ticket is? So let's take a look. Here it says, is the Tennessee, Florida the hottest college football ticket in week 4? Definitely. And here's the prices. It says, is Tennessee football finally back? I think they're on their way after a strong first year under Josh Heupel, which he won 7 games. Look, we could have won 10. It says the Vols are off to a 3-0 start and look the part on both sides of the ball. Beat Florida on Saturday, and the UT hype train will go out of control. It absolutely will not. I will not say one word about it. I'll say, well, that's a good victory, and I'm glad we're 4-0. And, you know, moving on to LSU. We won't be like this at all.
Well, you just never know when another beast might come down out of the forest. You understand, don't you, Thumb Lou?
No, we wouldn't get excited and get all proud. It says, Hendon Hooker and the rest of this Tennessee offense are incredibly fun to watch. We know that. Producing tons of explosive plays. The Gators have looked shaky since a huge Week 1 win. Struggling to get past South Florida last week, his quarterback, AR, has dealt with accuracy issues. And I think he's got more than just accuracy issues. The hottest ticket of the week, with the average price per SI tickets at a college football high of 554 big ones. That's unreal. I never thought I'd see an average ticket price for over $500 for a Game 4. But I'm telling you, people are so excited about the Vols this year that they almost can't stand it. Heupel's brought an energy to this team and to this town and this state that we have not had since, I can't remember when, a couple of decades really. We had a year or two that was pretty good with Butch, but then it ended so badly. And, of course, Philip Fulmer had his huge run. But that's probably last time we felt this excited or anything close. And I think we're past anything we had with Butch Jones, that's for sure. And this is next level. It really is. And it asks, the bigger question is the Tennessee-Florida rivalry back? Definitely, especially after we whoop them tomorrow. And it says, after 16 wins the last 17 seasons for the Gators, that's unimportant. I don't want to read that. I don't want to see you. I'm sick and tired of you. You need to go back to TV and stop talking. I'm sorry you had to see that person. I wasn't expecting that. Now let's talk about Anthony Richardson. Said he opens up on early season struggles while eyeing improvements. Says, I can't try to force it. That's the first signal that you got a confidence issue. I know those words, what they really mean. And it goes further. He's thrown 0 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and he's definitely feeling it. He said, so what's been the issue? And he says, I don't even know, Richardson said, according to the Orlando Sentinel. I guess I started holding myself back from running. Now, why would you hold yourself back from running? Maybe there's an injury. That would be almost certain in my mind, because he's not going to stop running. And that's a part of the offense that helps us move the ball. So I guess I've got to pick that up and bring that back. He didn't just decide to stop running. He's got an issue. And I think it happened, I believe it was the second play of the Kentucky game. He got tackled kind of funny, and he appeared to be injured right then and there, and I think he's dealing with some pain. It says, meanwhile, Richardson said while not throwing a TD has affected him, so it's definitely affected him. He's taking somewhat of a relaxed approach. You're not going to be able to have a relaxed approach tomorrow. It says it was definitely getting to me. Okay, that's another signal that, yeah, you're struggling. This is him talking to himself. Bro, you're a quarterback. How come you don't have any passing touchdowns? And you have 4 interceptions. That's that negative thought process that all athletes go through when they're struggling. And that's tough. I'm telling you, you're coming into one of the worst environments to play in that you can even imagine. You're struggling, your confidence is low, and you're going to have 102,000 people yelling at you. It's going to get rough. Says, I'm throwing the ball, but just not getting in the end zone. But now I'm just like, okay, it's football. It's going to come. I can't try to force it. And by the way, this is what everybody's talking about in Florida. This is not me trying to chum up some sort of controversy. This is what everybody's talking about in Florida is Anthony Richardson and the problems that he's having. Here's another article in a Tampa Bay newspaper. It says, what's wrong with Florida's quarterback, Anthony Richardson? Gary Danielson has some ideas. Says the CBS analyst and former NFL quarterback. He says, I think it's a guy who's struggling to stand in the pocket and hit his target. Says, frankly, if Florida doesn't up their quarterback play, Danielson said, it's not going to be good enough against the competition they're going to face in this game against Tennessee or maybe the rest of their schedule. So why is Richardson struggling? Danielson, a former quarterback at Purdue, spent more than a decade in the NFL, has some ideas. Says, I think he's got the weight of the world on his shoulders. Said Richardson grew up in Gainesville and became the face of the program this spring when Emory Jones transferred. So that's a lot of pressure. So, too, is the NFL buzz. Everybody was talking about him being a first-round draft pick, and then after the Utah game, they were like, oh, crap, he probably is. And then all of a sudden, last two games have been just horrendous. He said, I think all of the hype is way, way out of whack. He's a really good prospect, but the claim that he's a first-round pick was ludicrous. He needed a couple of years of throwing 300 balls, and you get used to being a pocket passer. He also thinks Richardson isn't 100% healthy. Richardson said he got hit in the knee against Kentucky but shook it off. Either way, first-year coach Billy Napier has tried to limit Richardson's hits as backup quarterback Jack Miller recovers from a thumb injury because he's not going to be available. And he says keeping Richardson from running takes away his best trait, but Danielson said the UF needs more than his legs to beat teams like Georgia and Texas A&M and us. So he's going to have to improve in the pocket, and yeah, he's definitely, because that's where he's going to be in this game. We're not going to let him out of the pocket. We're going to keep him hemmed in just the way Kentucky did, because here's what we need to do. We're going to have to stop the run. What they're going to do is try to do as much running on us as they possibly can. They've got some really good running backs. They're big and strong, 220, 230-pound guys, and they're going to pound the rock on us. We've got to put 7 and 8 guys in the box and stop that run, and then that'll force them to pass the ball. And Anthony Richardson will be forced to sit in the pocket and patiently go through his progressions without getting sacked. And that's going to be real tough with Young and Barron and all these guys bearing down on him. It's going to be very difficult. And I do have a satellite link again with Coach Napier, and I'm just going to ask him point blank if Richardson's injured. I'm just going to ask him and see if I can get him to admit it. He is linked? Okay. Well, hey, Coach Napier, I appreciate you being on the show with only a day left before the big game. I know you're probably nervous. Everybody's excited and fired up, and I'm sure that your team's fired up as well. We do need to talk about Anthony Richardson. It does appear he's having some struggles with confidence, but more than anything, he may be injured. And if he is injured, I'd appreciate it if you'd just tell me. Well, hello, Sports Talk Jay. Coach Napier here. Appreciate you having me on the show again. We're getting all ready for the Vols, and your question again was, is Anthony Richardson injured? Do you honestly think I'm going to tell you if he's injured or not? Are you stupid? Do you honestly think I'm going to tell you that? What, you're going to pepper me for 2 hours with a bunch of questions and I'm finally going to give in? Yeah, like that's going to happen.
2 hours later.
Of course he's injured. Are you kidding? Why would he not be running the ball? Oh, crap. Sports Talk Jay, you did it again. Stop doing that to me. I'm going to quit coming on this show. I'm tired of you throwing facts at me and then hammering me with a bunch of stupid questions. Okay, he's injured a little bit. All right, hurt his knee a little bit. He can still go. He just, be a little bit careful with him. Our backup quarterback's hurt too. Look, we're gonna come up there and we're gonna win this game. As a matter of fact, we're probably already up there right now, and we're gonna whoop you. So you just might as well know that. I'm not coming on this show anymore. Stop letting me come on this show. Well, all right, Coach Napier, I appreciate you coming on the show again, especially with just a day to go. And I'm not going to say good luck to you because I don't want you to have good luck, but I hope nobody gets injured for either team. And, may the best team win, which will be us. And I'm just going to go ahead and tell you what it's going to be like tomorrow. I think this sums it up beautifully.
Well, I didn't think you had it in you.
I'm your huckleberry.
Why, Johnny Ringo. You look like somebody just walked over your grave.
There's really only one thing left to say.
Say when.
That's right. Say when. 3:30 tomorrow. We'll see you there. And if you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. Lets me know to continue to cover the Vols. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. I'm new to this. A couple of months I've been doing this. I could use some subscribers. Hit that button. Anyway, I hope you did like the content. We'll see you next time on Sports Talk Jay.